What is up, guys? It is Dirju Gaming here, and I'm back with a little bit of a different video for you guys today. So, instead of doing the traditional gaming content that I'm doing, I'm going to make a video that's gaming related, so it's not really breaking my actual breach of what I'm doing. But I'm going to give you guys a video of the top 10 games, in my opinion, that I have ever played. So let's get right at it. So at number 10, I put Halo Infinite. The game just came out recently, and I really gotta say, I was pretty impressed with the actual campaign-wise of it. Like, it was one of the best campaigns that they had in years, so it was really relieving to actually have that type of campaign, because it was completely different. Like, it was an open world opposed to the actual, like, closed-into levels, and I just really liked it. The multiplayer, on the other hand, has some issues they need to fix with it. Like, it's just it's a mess sometimes. That's all I gotta say. At number 9, I have
Hey, you're finally awake.
Skyrim is a really good game. I used to not like RPG games until I played Skyrim, and then I was like, wow, these are actually really cool. And I tried playing other ones, and it's never, quite felt like Skyrim. Like, I haven't even fully beaten it, but I'm sure a lot of people haven't fully beaten Skyrim because it's just such a long game. I have a short attention span when it comes to games sometimes, unfortunately. So I get about like 40 hours in, then I'm bored, and I don't play it for a while, and then I go back to it and like get into it. Now I have an Xbox Series S, so I've been playing it with really good graphics. Been doing mods with it, trying to get the mods all figured out. It's actually a video I plan on doing here soon is with that game, so stay tuned. At number 8, I have Diablo 3. Diablo 3 is a game I played for quite a while, like basically since it first came out, because I had a buddy that was really obsessed with the game, to put it shortly. And we would just play through it. I've beaten the entire game. I probably played through it like 4 or 5 times, just with that one friend basically too. Every single time, and God knows how many times he's done a playthrough by himself. But it's really unique. I like the character system. I like the characters a lot. Every single character feels so different from each other. See, I'm not too big on grinding games, but even though it's a grinding game, I still got pretty into it. Like, the visuals itself was just enough to keep me captivated throughout the entirety. Number 7 is Mario Sunshine. See, Mario Sunshine was a game that I always wanted to play when I was younger. And I didn't have a GameCube, so I never got to play it. But when it came out for the Wii, or not the Wii, but when it came out for Nintendo Switch with a 3-pack, where I had Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy, I was just really happy to finally play it, and it was really cool. Like, the colors, visuals, the enemies, the way the game plays itself. I mean, the fucking water jet pack with a water gun. I mean, it's just really cool. At number 6, I have Uncharted 3. See, Uncharted 3 is special to me. Like, I hold it really close to my heart because it was the first multiplayer game. I just sat down and just played through it. Like, I spent an entire summer when the game came out. I believe it was like 2013. So that entire summer I just spent playing the game. I got to the final level. I even created a new account to have like a clan, because me and my buddy were running in a clan. Same person I actually played Diablo with. And it was awesome. I can't get back those memories. I can look back at the memories, but I can't go back and actually experience something like that, because the multiplayer was awesome. See, the campaign, it was pretty good, and it wasn't the best out of all the Uncharted games, so it's kind of a spoiler ahead for the list. There's going to be some more. But I'd say, yeah, Uncharted 3, best multiplayer experience I've ever had, and the campaign was really solid. And for anyone that doesn't have a PlayStation, sorry, PlayStation only. Alright, now we're in the top 5. Now this is where it's going to start getting to the nitty gritty, like the games that I've really enjoyed. So, at number 5, it is Uncharted 2. See, the multiplayer wasn't as good as Uncharted 3 in my opinion, but the campaign was just so ahead, like the graphic wise and everything about it was just so ahead of the time. It came out in 2009. Even if you went back and played it on a PS3, like it looks really good. Even like, especially to the standards of then, like it was crazy. And I remember I played through that like campaign like probably 6-7 times when I was younger. Like I was just like addicted to it almost. Like I loved it. Actually, fun little story. When I was younger, my parents would also play the game because they also were gaming at the time. And whenever they get onto a multiplayer match and like someone was like kicking their ass, they'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna put my kid on. I'm like, yeah, bring your kid on. And I'd go and I'd kick their ass because I just was one with the game. I don't know, like when I first played it, it was just like I was just with the game basically. Like I loved it. It was good. At number 4, I put Halo 2. Halo 2 is just such a good game. Like there's no other way to say it. Like it is just so good. Like I remember when it first came out, I was really young and I rented it from the family video that we had in town. And I remember I had like 3 days to play through or whatever, so I like sat down and I beat the game. And I think I beat it twice in the time span, because when I was younger I used to just replay games over and over again. Like it was ridiculous. Like it was very obsessive. Like I'd like a game, be the only game I'd play for like literally 6 months or so. Now it's like the opposite. I can't even play the same game for more than like a couple weeks. It's terrible. But I remember when I first played through Halo 2, I was just in such awe. Like little me was just like, oh my god, this is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. And it's just one of those things that like stayed, like it made a big print in my head. And I remember when the Master Chief Collection came out with the Anniversary Edition, so they completely upgraded the graphics to like modern gen, and it did it so much justice. They had like longer cutscenes. That was awesome. It was really, really awesome. At number 3 is Psychonauts 2. See, when I got my Xbox Series S, that was the first game I downloaded because I had the Game Pass. So I was just like, oh, I heard this is a really good game. I got nominated for like best graphics and stuff, best visuals and stuff in the game. So I was like, might as well test out the new system, right? So I sat down, maybe beat it in 2 days, and that game is such a trip itself. Like it is such a mindfuck. The visuals are awesome. Some of the references in it are just ridiculous. It's amazing. If you haven't played it, you need to play it. Like it is just one of those games I would recommend to anyone, no matter what type of genre you like. Play Psychonauts 2. You might recognize some of the voices, like the main character of the game, Rasputin. He's voiced by the same guy that voiced Billy from Billy and Mandy, and also voiced Invader Zim. So yeah, pretty cool game. At number 2, I have Halo Reach. See, it's one of the few Halo games to not have Master Chief in the game, but just the way they do it, it's just so good. Like, the voice acting was amazing. Everything, like the entire game, just had me in awe. Like, it was just, I played through it and I was just like, holy shit. What just happened, basically? Like, it was just like, I don't even really... I have no words to actually describe how the game is. It's just such a unique experience, even compared to the other Halo games. Like, yeah, it's still a Halo game, but like every single Halo game's campaign has been slightly different from each other, and this took like a big leap from where they were. And it was also the last one made by Bungie before they hopped ship or more or less got fired. So it's they definitely put the work in to make it like, hey, here's our last Halo game. Let's make it fucking awesome, and that's exactly what they did. And at number 1, I have Uncharted 4. The campaign to this one is just... I don't even know how. It's so much better than Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3's campaign. Like, it had me on the edge the entire time. The new guns they added, the new grappling system that they added in the post from the other game. Like, the multiplayer wasn't as good as Uncharted 3, but I feel like more or less there was, in my mind, there was going to be no surpassing Uncharted 3. For multiplayer wise, just because of just the time I put into it, how I've obsessed over it. Like, there are some key things that was in Uncharted 3 that wasn't in Uncharted 4 multiplayer, so even regardless of the multiplayer thing, like, it is still number 1 on the list because of how good the campaign is. Like, Nathan Drake is one of my favorite characters that has ever been in a game, and is just so captivating the entire time. His comments, he's a fucking smartass, and he just always has smartass comments, and it's funny. All the other characters that are in the game too are awesome, and they all make an appearance one way or another in this game. And it was at a time when I couldn't play, like when I started not being able to play games for more than like 2 weeks or so. I replayed that game so many times. Like, I don't even know how many times fully, but I've played it a lot. Like, a lot. Like, at one point I memorized everything where I can just walk through it and, like, not even think about it just because I had it down. And I just spent so many hours in that game. And it's not a game I would necessarily think I would spend, you know, so much time in initially when I bought it. But as soon as I started playing, it was just like, wow. Because the Uncharted games are like a game but also a movie at the same time, because some cutscenes can be like 25 minutes, 30 minutes at times. Like, they can get pretty freaking long, but it's worth every single second of every single one. And if you haven't played through the Uncharted series, I highly recommend it, because it is my favorite game series. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good night or day whenever you're seeing this, and stay tuned for the next video.